What is up, everyone? There has been some big news today on the website, and I figure I'd just share it with you guys, share my thoughts, and I would also like to hear your thoughts on it, because it's another Sandbox update. And for those who don't know, the Sandbox is literally like, you should kind of see it like a test server, but it's not for the next patch, it's somewhere for the future where they just test out things, right? They also tested out the HP buffs and stuff like that, shell rebalance and whatnot. And their latest one just got uploaded, like, I don't know, I guess 51 minutes ago. And it's rebalancing of artillery and their shells. So let's get into it, okay? So it will be launched on November 25, up until December 9. And you can also see all the previous patch notes and whatnot. And yeah, let's see. Plans for our test. So adjusting this vehicle type in accordance with the global shell rebalance. So this is going to go... This going to probably be a really big patch at some point in 2020 where we get HP rebalance alongside a shell rebalance, and that will also be alongside an SPG and their shell rebalance. So what are the changes going to be, right? Adding gameplay variability to this vehicle type. The current SPG shells types are actually duplicates of each other, which doesn't provide new tactical opportunities when choosing between them. We want to remedy the situation. So they're saying that, like, you either shoot HE or you shoot HE, right? That's about it. Decrease the total duration of stun. That's good. Decrease the damage share caused by SPGs. Damage share, okay? So the plan changes to SPGs. To achieve the stated goals, SPG shells need to be rebalanced. There will be 3 types of shells for the test, and the changes will be tested on SPGs on tier 6 and higher. Hallelujah. I hope the M44 gets nerfed. Each shell type will have its own purpose. Stun, high damage, or high pen. Ooh, high pen is back. I see. So what do we got? Standard shells. HE shells that stun and cause relatively small amounts of damage. The damage values were taken from the live server. It does not consider the increased HP pool of the vehicles on the sandbox. That means in terms of percentage of total HP pool, the shells will cause less damage. So the standard shells seem to be unchanged, and they will actually be less, in a way, a little bit less effective because everybody will have more HP. Okay? Special shells, aka gold shells. HG shells that have increased damage per shot in comparison to standard shells, but no more stun. Okay. They have higher pen value and a larger burst radius. Nominal damage per shot is increased by approximately 15% in comparison to the standard shells. The percentage of damage caused with such shells is supposed to be the same as the percentage caused by SPGs on the live server. So they're taking away the stun from the gold shells, from the gold HE, but they're increasing the burst and a little bit of the damage. Okay, I kind of like that. Alternate shells. Now, these are completely new again. These shells have high pen value and significantly lower, but predictable damage if the shell pens. Basically, there will be like AP shells with a small share of them can be heat shells. These shells will not stun. Okay, so this is direct fire penning shots again. But they say significantly lower but predictable damage. And again, we have to also think about the fact that people will have more health on the Sandbox server. And hopefully we'll have more health on the live server if those changes go through, right? Let's see. So this time we are assessing the statistical results of the changes as well as your feedback regarding the SPG rebalancing that we have suggested with this iteration. Therefore, your feedback will be extremely important to us. We would really like you to personally assess the idea of the rebalance considering all the changes that are being tested on the Sandbox server. Okay. So what do they expect? The share of the damage caused by SPG should decrease or remain the same, but the total stun duration should significantly decrease. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Additional features for rebalanced SPGs. Shells for SPGs will be rebalanced starting from tier 6. I don't know why they're not doing tier 5. That's really weird. I think they should do tier 5 and up, just because like gun marks and stuff. Like tier 5 is where it gets a little bit more competitive. Bit weird. If the gun of an SPG is not used on the vehicles above tier 5, or the gun does not have a stunning HE shell, the gun will not be rebalanced. Okay, interesting. If the gun uses a special HE shell, then it simply loses the stun effect. Fair. All other parameters for the shells will remain unchanged, but at the same time, the average damage per shot will increase by about 15% in comparison to damage per shot for the standard shell. In other words, the previous special HE shell that will be brought into the line with the new concept, it will no longer stun and receives increased damage per shot. Yeah, okay. A special ammo of premium SPGs are represented by Yeet, so the Lefeu and the Sexton and AP for the Sexton 1, and they will not be unchanged. I mean, as much as we all hate the Lefeu, we all know that they're never gonna nerf it. So, I mean, that's extremely shitty, I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't expect anything else. So, it is what it is. Other shell parameters, shell pen, burst, radius, shell velocity will not be changed. SPGs will keep the current mechanics of causing damage with HE shells, okay? Want to keep the current HE mechanics for SPGs in the Sandbox iteration. Why the testing of HE shells for other vehicle types is still ongoing, and change to these parameters of SPGs will affect the entire testing stage due to the considerable difference between HE shells of SPGs and those of vehicle types. Oh yeah, so they're still working around with the HE, like how they want to handle the SPG, how they want to handle the regular HE shells. So they're basically two different HE shells now. You have RT HE and you have regular HE. Our immediate goal is to check how the shell type severity will affect the statistics of SPGs while changing their HE mechanics. So they're basically kind of staying the same, but the gold shells are going to do a little bit more damage with no more stun, which I think is kind of interesting in a way. And they're giving back some kind of AP round, and we'll have to see how much damage they're going to do, right? But significantly less apparently, so we'll have to see. At this stage of testing, the new HE shells for mechanics for the SPGs will not be appropriate. Yep. It's still possible for these to implement for SPGs, so will require additional testing. So yeah, it's just all like very premature, right? And Sandbox is, right? There can be so many changes. This is literally the first SPG change we've seen in a long time, and it's Sandbox. So separate Sandbox server, so everybody can join. You can play it yourselves. Revise the battle results interface. Also available on the Sandbox server. Okay. Full screen. Blah blah blah. Okay. I mean, that's just a refresher on the battle results. That's fine. So there we have it, guys. Finally, something about the SPGs, guys. Again, after they changed it to stun mechanics. First, like, what shall I say? I'm for one, I'm glad they're doing something, because it sure as hell was not perfect. It sure as hell was not perfect. I really need to see how good the alternative shells are, which are the AP ones, to really I can't have a real opinion about it because I haven't seen it yet, right? Just by reading it though, I'm one, happy that they're doing something. Two, the special shells like how they're doing it to less damage or a little bit more damage, but no stun, whilst everybody gets more health. I'm completely fine with that. So far, all of this, I think I'm okay with. I think I'm okay with all of this. But yeah, it's hard to tell without playing it, but I think it seems like decent changes. It seems like decent changes, because we all know that RT will never go away. We're gonna have to live with it, like we always have for the last like 8 years. In my case, more like 7. I think it's decent. I think it's decent changes. Like, yeah, I think it's okay. I'm really curious how people will react to the alternate shells, because it's basically bringing back AP shells. But apparently, like, when they say significantly lower, I really do hope that it is significantly lower. I'm not getting hit for 1,000 by AP, right? I don't want to go back to that 2014 hellhole, personally. But yeah, so try it out yourselves, guys. I'll put a link for this in the description as well. It's on the main website. It's the latest how do you say, section they uploaded. So you can find, let's see, the test format is all here, and it's also in the Wargaming Center, which is the new launcher thing. Well, not even that new, but that's the launcher they use. So go check it out yourselves, guys. Everybody can join in. I'm really curious myself. I might actually download the Sandbox just to see this change somewhere down the line. I'm not going to do it right away, maybe somewhere later this week. So, but yeah, this is big, right? More Sandbox changes, and yeah, like I said, guys, let me know what you guys think. What are your first impressions? I'm really curious because this is always a hotly debated topic, I think. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say about it. And yeah, check out some more of my videos if you haven't already. There will be more replays the rest of the week. Some replay casts, some highlights for you guys to look forward to. Thanks a lot for all the support. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!